Hello, good Monday to you. This is Max on Max Rants. And we're waiting for that magical green light to tell me. There it is, the green light's gone. Everybody, tonight I want to talk about something, and it's going to take a while to cover it. All I can say is we're in trouble. We're in deep doo-doo. Let me explain. Over this last weekend, it was a regular United States Marine Corps base, Camp Pendleton, where your 3rd Marine Infantry guys hang out. That's where they're stationed. It was an ordinary Saturday morning. You know, guys are doing what they do, waking up in the morning, little PT, go to a meal, what have you. And the sirens sounded. They got that, and the base went on full alert. Calls went out to bring back Marines who weren't already on base. If you're on leave, you're ordered to report back to Camp Pendleton. Now, this is a red alert. Understand why. Already, Los Angeles riots have gotten so bad that the president sent in 2,000 National Guard troops to help local and federal law enforcement quell the riots, push back a flood of illegal aliens and illegal alien sympathizers. Understand, there exists the possibility that even with the National Guard, this shit can get out of hand. It's already out of hand. They've now resorted to looting and robbing stores downtown. They're attacking police officers with bricks, piece of concrete, fireworks. This is why the United States Marines of the 3rd Marine Division have been ordered to prepare for deployment on the streets of Los Angeles, California. This is not bullshit. I'm telling you the way it is. This is not a bunch of crap. The Marines are getting ready to move in. This all started on Friday. ICE and DHS agents were busily rounding up the bad guys. What is a bad guy? Of course, that would be an illegal alien. Remember, if you're illegal alien, you're committing a new crime every day because you're trespassing in my country. God knows whatever else you're doing. Well, we had ICE and DHS in a raid rounding up some illegals out of nowhere, almost like an ambush. Thousands of people oozed out of the shadows, challenging the officers in their duty to arrest illegal aliens. This escalated into what is now a full-fledged riot involving thousands of rioters and now thousands of police, sheriffs, federal marshals, ICE agents, and the National Guard. I've managed to get a hold of one staff sergeant with the Guard. He wants to go nameless. He said, and I quote, "It's like holding back a tidal wave with your hands." He said, "We're losing ground. It looks ugly," end quote. Now, already we have over 700 United States Marines. They're at Camp Pendleton. They're preparing to move out in a supporting action in L.A. Friends at the base say you can see helicopters landing and taking off at regular intervals, busy air traffic, troop transport planes, big-ass C-130s and the like are coming in from the Marine Corps Air Station in Yuma, Arizona, Marine Base El Toro, Marine Corps Air Station 29 Palms. This is a gearing up for something very similar to war. Do you understand? It's by the book, gear up. As Marines check their equipment, they clear their weapons, they're drilling in crowd control. You understand? There's a tension in the air. It's a tension that shouldn't be. But the mayor of Los Angeles, in coordination with Governor Gavin Newsom, has egged on the protesters, egged on the rioters in open support of their violence, resistance, and the damage they're causing, not only to property, but to people. They're resisting legal arrest. They're resisting detention procedures. They're fighting federal troops face-to-face right now. The police, on the other hand, surprise, surprise, yay, hooray for the police, they have sided entirely with the federal officers and the state's National Guard. Well, this throws at least one monkey wrench into the mayor's bucket. This woman is a pig. She's a pig. Understand, recently, ICE made only 44 arrests. They got this thing going. Now you have a riotous defiance, and Mayor Bass, that silly little bitch, she not only stood in their way of police, she openly interfered, physically touched, and pushed a couple of ICE agents, and she is supporting these people all the way. That's a crime. You touch a cop, you go to jail. Why? Is it because she's black? Maybe. Because she's female? Maybe. Because of both? Maybe. She is a DEI mayor, if ever there was one. This is fast becoming a common scene around the country. From sea to shining sea, our major population centers have declared themselves sanctuaries in an act of insurrection and treason. Mayors and governors are openly defying ICE agents, federal marshals, FBI agents, and the National Guard. So when does it stop? When do we as a people take action against the mutineers and traitors who are running our major cities and states? Come on. From huge metropolitan centers like New York and Los Angeles to insignificant bergs like Boise, Idaho, the sanctuary city trend is growing. As long as there are mutineers and insurrectionists running it, we're drawing ever closer to civil war. Take my word for this. You got population centers all over the country run by these bastards. There's a very real danger of civil war. It's not that far away. Not when entire city and state governments are telling Washington and the Supreme Court, all men who are federal authority, to kiss their asses and shove it all where the sun doesn't shine. In my day, you couldn't get away with that. Let me burp. Boy, I'm back. You couldn't get away with it. Come on. It's clear that anybody living in these United States of America without permission or legal authorization is a criminal committing a crime. These people are trespassers. Trespassing is a crime. If I climb in the back window of your house and start eating out of your fridge, I'm going to jail. These people are not seeking a better life. They're not here because they're fleeing oppression. No. They're here because they're looking for a free ride. Thank you, Joe Biden. A zero effort, all reward life. They're content to fleece and milk Americans for free housing, food, transportation, education, medical, dental, all provided by suckers. That would be you and me. That's right. You're being played for a sucker. Honorably discharged men and women from the military don't get benefits anywhere near what an illegal alien gets. Fought in Vietnam, fought in Korea, fought wherever, served this country, gets out. Vets don't get dental care. Their families don't get free medical. They don't get free education, housing, food, transportation. But man, if you're an illegal trespasser, you get it all. What the hell? Thank you, Joe Biden. May you die and burn in hell. Now, if you want to get these bastards out of here, it's not that hard. Listen to me. Pay attention. Cut off their benefits. Make sure they can't get a job, can't get work of any kind. Make sure they don't get a nickel of aid, any kind. If you got priests and pastors and the like offering aid, arrest them. Aiding and abetting in a felony. I don't care if it's a bishop of the church. Arrest his ass. By making life as miserable as possible for these bastards, most will go home where they can at least make some sort of a living. Okay, it won't be anywhere nearly as nice as what they've been stealing from us, but hey, if they want our lifestyle, let them go through channels. If they won't go willingly, chain them. When you kick them out, be sure you take your picture, fingerprint them, ship them out. If they resist, if they hit anybody, push anybody, or they come back for a second run, you know how they go, we deport them, they come back next week. If that happens, ship them off to El Salvador, to Guantanamo, to Zagreb, to Bratislava. What does it mean? It means that if you, and I'm talking to you, Mr. or Mrs. America, Miss or Ms. America, whatever the hell you call yourself, I'm sure as hell talking to you. Here's how it works. If you notice illegal aliens on a job site or otherwise identify somebody as an illegal alien, it behoves you to call ICE, call the hotline, report these criminals in our midst. If you call the police or the sheriff or the state police, that may prove futile if your city, county, or state has declared itself to be a sanctuary city. Yay! Call the Border Patrol. Call Immigration Customs Enforcement. But understand this. The riot in LA is just the tip of the spear. We can easily have the same thing in our face anywhere in America, any city, any state. Little bitty, insignificant potato picking Boise, Idaho is a sanctuary city. What if these riots broke out there? How many illegals do we have in our itty bitty state? I don't know, but I know that LA boasts over 1 million. That's 1,000 thousands illegal aliens. You want to get them out, you can't just politely say, "Oh, excuse me, Senor Gomez. I know that you're not here legally. Would you please plan to leave in the near future? Muchas gracias, mi amigo. Agradable. That's okay." Bull! What you say is put your hands behind your back, click, click, put him in the van. Grab his wife and kids, put him in the van, take him to a detention center, roll him over, get him the hell out of my country. Again, the only way you're going to succeed, the only way is if you deny them services. Make it so that nobody will hire them. Make it so that the penalty for hiring an illegal is so horrific, nobody will do it. Cut off their free medical. Cut off their dental. Stop giving them housing. Stop sending them to school for free. Stop feeding them. No. Cut them off. And don't do it in a phased approach. Just lock the door. Let them self-deport. If they want to self-deport, they can report to the nearest law enforcement agency, surrender themselves, and we will feed them and clothe them during the process of kicking their ass out of my country. Do I sound angry about it? You're damn straight I sound angry about it. I've got buddies who are handymen who are losing work because these pukes are out there flipping houses, refurbishing homes, doing the work for a fraction. You cannot hire an American for $25 a day and expect him to live. But boy, you offer $25 a day to this crew from Guatemala, and man, it's like they just bought the country. You gotta stop it, people. Because I swear to God, if you support it, you are an enemy of the state. You are an enemy of the people. And I pray that when these bastards are shipped out, if you've been a sympathizer, let's ship you out with them. God, I'm so angry. That's all for now. Thank you, I think.